cool. Got my creeper. And I think what needs to be said about this whole discourse of Chinese people on the internet is like the identity of Chinese people is always reduced to something inherently political. You don't really have this for Japanese people because you have people that are obsessed with anime. You don't have this with Korean people for the most part because you have K-pop and Korean dramas and so forth. With China and the stuff around that, every time you see a video about a Chinese person literally doing anything, on the comment series, you're going to have some asshole type in, oh, Tiananmen Square 1989 or Tibetan blah blah blah, that weird that cringe copy pasta that's like over 10 years old now. Or you have someone write something like, oh, like social credit score, haha, minus 100. And I think, and to put it short, people are just assholes to them in general because, and people call it xenophobia. I think it is part of it. Is definitely is xenophobia to it. Um, and then if you go on like a space online space like Twitter or Reddit, you're gonna have like a bunch of people talking about how like I don't know how democracy isn't part of Chinese culture or like how Chinese people are culturally backwards or this or that. Bunch of like weird termly online weirdos just saying and stuff like that. Not go 100% bet like the guys who saying this stuff are like all straight men, probably white most likely. I don't know. And and I think because of that, you have like this pendulum kind of sort of swinging the other way, not quite, with like the whole TikTok refugee everyone going to Xiaohongshu or Rednote or whatever it's called. And I think because the type of people who are going move to Xiaohongshu or Rednote, I think first they're a lot more younger. They're Gen Z, probably like in their mid mid 20 mid to 20s or under. And I've also tend to notice the people from moving there also tend to have like some sort of interest in Asian culture, and whether it be like in Korean stuff or Japanese stuff. And so I think that when they come to Red Note and see all these Chinese people living their lives or living these lavish lifestyles or whatever, it, it kind of it kind of creates this effect where a lot of them kind of like I guess realize that China isn't what they're being told, which is like kind of true. But at the same time, it's kind of like they're all people who like are posting pro China stuff or what have you. They're all like terminally online weirdos too, who are like probably 18 or 19 and haven't really had much exposure to the world, whether it be in real life or probably because they don't really travel or that kind of stuff. So I don't know. People are just weird in general. I think that's what a lot of people need to remember. I think people online need to know that they're weird in general. Like you go on these Twitter Spaces or Reddit Spaces, and just people making like these stupid internet jokes to each other. But it's all kind of this like at this point, this kind of cringe. It is because it's just like because you basically got these people that live vicariously living their life on the internet or being terminally online, or that be having a social interactions all with the internet being a conduit for that, and it's just I don't know. I'm 25, so when I look at it, I just think it's just kind of dumb. Just the whole haha minus social score or haha China isn't like all what the Western media says, that kind of stuff. I generally just do think that if you have an interest in like a country, just try to go and visit it. If not, I don't know, just try to talk to people from there. Um, but then it creates a situation too because whenever you have an American guy or some Western guy or whatever talk to meet for someone from China, the conversation always turns I feel like turns to politics a lot because for example, a couple years ago, I was swiping through Bumble, and I've seen this. I matched this one girl there who was Chinese, and on her bio, among like the general stuff, there's one line that's there that kind of stuck with me, and I kind of feel like this. I feel like for a lot of Chinese international students in the U.S. and other Western countries, they could relate to this. It says on his bio, "Don't fucking talk about politics with me," and I'm just looking at this. I'm just like, shit. This girl, she definitely had this conversation with people who are just talking at her about politics or how China is bad and whatever. And and I don't know her political views. I don't know what it is. What she's. Not, I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure that if you have the same conversation 10 times with 10 different people, you're gonna get sick and tired of hearing the same bullshit over and over. And this really goes for anything. It doesn't even talk about. Doesn't even have to do with politics. You could do, yeah, you have the same conversation about work 10 times. You're gonna get sick of it. Same conversation about food, same jokes, like that's the kind of thing. Like any normal person is gonna get sick of it. And I think for like a lot of like Chinese people who are living abroad, and they they're kind of in this weird limbo state where they're kind of they're like on this line where like if whenever they try to like I guess step out of bubble and meet someone that's not Chinese, like politics is getting involved and you just have a bunch of normie dumb fucks people just asking stupid questions. As someone that's been in China a couple of times, as someone that's been to China a couple of times and I have friends from there, and as someone who's like currently living in Taiwan right now, I just think like the whole reducing the Chinese person to like a conversation about politics, it's just really fucking stupid. It just I don't know, it's immature. On one hand, I can't really blame. I can't. I don't want to say all of blame because I know at the end of the day, people know about people from other countries based on the media that they're exposed to. So I can't really blame that. But at the same time, I feel like if you have any brain, you probably shouldn't be talking about politics, especially if it's like if it's your first currency. Especially, I feel like if you have a brain, you probably should be talking about politics, especially if it's someone you're meeting for the first time. Like there's a bunch of videos, and I know there's one called was a Yes Theory, whatever, where the guys go throw a party in China. And I think and this kind of resonates a lot. It's similar to like comes to Xiaohongshu or like on TikTok. People are like, "Oh wow, look at these Chinese people living their normal lives." I'm like, "Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck do you expect? Like, this isn't like this is like this is North Korea. Like this is North Korea. This isn't, and I don't know how they don't know about this by now because it isn't really that hard to find videos about Chinese people like living their lives. Like there's like street walk videos or street interviews like on YouTube. And regardless of censor or not, it's that's a whole other topic. But it's like it's not like the idea that people in other countries are living normal lives isn't like a far fetched ideas. But if I mean normal, I don't mean like politically a lot. I mean like the fact they had to go through the day to day bullshit of paying rent, going to work, dealing with dumbass bosses, dealing with coworkers, dealing with like your love life. Like this isn't like these stuff isn't hard to understand. I feel like at the same time, the type of people that make any comments about, oh, look, Chinese people living these lives, I feel like a lot of them are also pretty impressionable, like probably young 18, 19 year olds that haven't really had much exposure to the world and just still early on in their adult life and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to I'll try to be charitable towards that, but I feel like if you're like past the age of 22 or 23 and you're making these comments like that, it's kind of like, dog, like you need to like get the fuck out of your hometown, probably like just go see the world if you have the means. I don't know, or just like don't assume everyone's like this way just because you heard about it. Because for me, one thing that really fucking annoys me is when people are like, oh, Japanese people are all polite or Japanese people are all this, all that. I'm like, no, they fucking aren't, bitch. Like you never been there. You just parroting shit what you heard on the fucking internet. Like motherfuckers are dumb. Fucking normie, like fucking dumbass like normies, travel ass normies saying this shit. Like bro, like if you don't know the fucking language, how can you? Like yeah, okay. Like Japanese people are polite, but to say that every Japanese person is polite, every person is this, every person is that, it's like it's super. It's just dumb. It's like go, bro, go touch some grass, go meet people. Don't come around with these fucking presumptions. I don't know. That shit's just dumb to me. And like, I feel like if someone says that shit in the past age 23, that person is just dumb as fuck in general. That's just me though.